Hello, I'm Cosmic Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to break down for you a little bit about the energies to come for May, and really specifically this Sun conjunct Uranus connection that we're moving into, really basically like May 15th through like the 20th. We're already in it, really, the Sun conjunct Uranus. It is the last connection of Sun conjunct Uranus. With Uranus and Taurus, we have been on this Uranus and Taurus journey for 7 years, since May 2018. And it really has been a journey to awaken your divine feminine energy. I really liken Taurus to just Mother Gaia energy. Like, what is more divine feminine than Mother Gaia? She is rich, she is rooted, she is abundant, she is resourceful, she is serene, she is somatic, she is secure, she is luscious, she is rich, she has beauty, right? Like, it is just such nourishing, supportive, feminine energy. And with Uranus and Taurus, it is basically shaken out. Like, picture your body, because Taurus is somatic, it is your physical body. It's really any of the 3D pleasures. So like, it represents anything that grows from the ground bearing fruit. So like flowers, crops, like trees, you know, like anything from the earth that like breaks ground and has branches and leaves and resources and beauty, right? Like that kind of cycle of life, like you reap the rewards of your roots and your foundations. And so basically, Uranus and Taurus has come and shaken out any of the shadow sides or tendencies of Taurus, which can be scarcity, lack, fear, anxiety, like anywhere where we're not fully solid, where we're not fully whole and solid and secure within ourselves. Like Taurus is just like rock solid energy. And where we're not, like, where we're like hoarding, where we're clinging, where we're not like being gracious and grateful and, you know, like trusting the circulation of resources, where we're not trusting money, where we're not trusting our bodies, like where we're not trusting our support systems. And it's been a very physical and somatic process to really kind of test and shake out any of like these kind of weeds in your foundations. So, you know, where you have weeds, you can't grow the roses, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of been this like uproot and this upheaval energy of anywhere where you're not fully sovereign in your safety, security, support, as is Mother Earth, right? Mother Earth is not scarce. She is not full of lack. She is not limited. She is an ever replenishing resource and source of abundance. And so it's really that connection to nature and to earth energy and like your innate abundance and safety and security and support and that trust that like you're supported, that you're resourceful, that you're rich, that you're rooted, right? And so it's been a lot of nervous system triggers, a lot of what I call root chakra tests and triggers. And Uranus rules your nervous system. And so Uranus has basically been this like lightning bolt. You know, think about your nervous system, right? It's just like this like electricity in your body that basically controls your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, your actions. Like, it's literally the thing that's like it's like your internal operating system. It's your internal hardware, right? It's how you're electrically wired, right? And if you're electrically wired for lack and scarcity, it's like Uranus has been like, no, we actually just gotta like rewire you to like the abundance and the replenishment and the overflow and the safety, the security, the abundance, the support, the divine support. And so in that process of like unwiring to rewire, it can be really testing and triggering. And sometimes that can manifest as 3D events, right? Which basically come to like electrocute you and like a bolt of lightning, like Uranus is a bolt of lightning to really upgrade your hardware and your operating system, because how you're internally wired in your internal frequency really contributes to like what you attract and what you create and what you receive and what you manifest. And you know, so much of my work the past 7 years has really been coming back into my body. I have a Gemini moon opposing Uranus. I'm ruled by Uranus. Like, my nervous system was a crazy, chaotic place 7 years ago. And that's really been my awakening process. It's been a dissension journey into my body to actually just feel safe, secure, supported, abundant, grounded in my body. And like, I can't even believe how safe and grounded and at home I feel in my body. It feels like a miracle all at once. And but that's really been Uranus's journey through Taurus in my 4th house. Your 4th house is your foundations. And so your foundations, your emotional foundations as well. And so it's like wherever your nervous system isn't wired for safety is like, that's what's having to like be like stretched, right? And so the last 7 years we've had the sun linking up with Uranus, and we've had these like consistent upgrades and up levels and upheavals so that your nervous system and your body could physically expand so that you can receive and hold more. And Taurus is about 3D manifestation, right? It is reaping the rewards of your hard work, effort, and labor. And it really is about bringing things to physical fruition. So of all the signs, Taurus represents 3D Earth. And that's why Taurus can teach us the most about like this earthly experience, because we're here to live a 3D experience. And it's very sensual, right? It represents the 5 senses. Really, that's what we're here to experience. I always like joke that like aliens don't get to like eat food and like, you know, have sex and like all of these sort of like 3D pleasures that we get to enjoy in our physical bodies. Like, that's what makes us human. And so that's what Taurus represents. Like, we're actually here on Earth to learn how to create and make manifest. And so that's what this transit has really like awakened within us. It's like, you're actually here to be abundant, to be supported, to like receive, to manifest, to create from this abundant nature. Like, that's what's so profound about Mother Earth, is like, she represents like divine creation, right? If you rip a root, it like just regrows, you know what I mean? And it's like this ever replenishing thing. Like I always like say Mother Earth is like gonna be fine. She's gonna be restored. She's gonna be replenished, because that's just the nature of her as like an organism, as her as an intelligent species, as her as like a soul, whatever, however you want to label her. She is always going to replenish. And she is so powerful in her ability to create. And so that's what we've been really asked to embody this last 7 years. And in order to do that, you have to like anchor in her divinity. And that is, again, the divine feminine. She is connected to nature, and she is connected to the creator. And she is able to bring miracles through her physical body. Like, that's what it is to be a feminine woman. That's what the axis of Taurus Scorpio teaches us. It's like that through the process of metamorphosis, you can literally birth beauty. And so that is the gift of Taurus. That is the gift of Mother Earth. And that is what Uranus and Taurus has been awakening within us. And so right now with the sun in Cazimi with Uranus, it's like the sun is putting the spotlight on this Uranus and Taurus transit. And so you might expect like 3D tests or triggers or earthquakes within your life, within your reality, because what it's doing is it's expanding your root chakra, it's expanding your capacity, and it's really expunging any of those like emotional reactivity or negativity or lack or anxiety, and just really where we're not fully whole and grounded. And really trusting in our ability to manifest and create abundance. And so what's your relationship with support? What's your relationship with your body? What makes you feel safe and secure? And Taurus is also about your throat. And so it's like, are you speaking things into existence? Are you speaking your truth? Are you being authentic? And this is your connection to the other side. This is like how you manifest, is your throat chakra. And so it's like, are you speaking things into existence? Are you using your voice to create? Are you asking for what you want? Are you being authentic and true to who you are? And Taurus also represents self-value, self-love, self-worth. And so, I really believe we're here to, like, we're in this journey with ourselves, you know what I mean? Like, we're really here to love ourselves, to really see how much we can create, how much we can receive, how much we can manifest, because all of that is a reflection of our own relationship with ourselves. And that's why Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is about relationships and love and money too, like, and all of that is reflected by the relationship we have with ourselves. And so it's like, you want to see what someone thinks about themselves, look at who they choose as their partner, like, how does that partner treat them? And it's like, that'll tell you everything that you need to know, right? And so Taurus represents that self-love, that self-worth, that self-deservingness, and that really is the foundation for everything that we create and manifest in our lives. And so right now, there's this opportunity to really shift your perspective and how you view yourself, and really just anchor in new levels of support, new levels of abundance, new levels of safety, security, enrichment, fulfillment, inner richness, inner wholeness, like inner fulfillment, because again, that is the building blocks for you to manifest and create everything that you want. And so we're moving out of this Uranus and Taurus transit, and it's going to move into Gemini July 7th. And so we're really like, the next 6 weeks is like Uranus is like, all right, we want you in this Mother Earth energy. Uranus can bring shock, change, surprise, upheaval. I was telling my friend yesterday that I was born during an earthquake, and what's more Uranus than that? Like, my birth chart is like completely Uranus coded, like Aquarius rising, Uranus in the 12th house, Uranus opposing my move. Like, I'm like a walking Uranian like lightning bolt. My parents always said I had like lightning shooting out of my fingers from like such a young age. And so for me to just be able to just like be grounded and solid and like not be like a walking electric socket is like the gift of Uranus and Taurus. But let me tell you, it has been a painful process to get to this place where I'm fully like in my body and like I can actually just like sit still and like not have crazy spirally thoughts or ideas or like my genius just like driving myself crazy. And it's like, you don't change your mind from your mind, you change it from your body. And so it's like about coming into your body so that you can actually just like be a creative channel and receive the divine wisdom and downloads and codes for you to then take action on. It's like, you don't like change things from your mind, right? Like, you don't become more feminine, you don't become more magnetic, you don't become more powerful, you don't become like more love from your mind, you come from your body, right? And again, Mother Earth is just literally the best teacher on the planet. It's like, Mother Earth is 3D. Like, do you know what I mean? She is 3D. She's not like thinking all of these fucking thoughts. She is just grounded in her beauty and in her richness. And it's like, when you come from that place, that can actually just lay the foundations for you to be such a powerful creator. And so this week, we're really at this like precipice and this cusp of major manifestation and major change, but that requires you to be super somatically secure and supported within yourself, within your body, within your value, within your worth. You can also look back to end of April last year when Uranus and Jupiter conjuncted in Taurus. I believe it was at 22 degrees of Taurus. This conjunction with the Sun and Uranus is happening at 27 Taurus, but it's like in that window, right? And of course it's in Taurus. And so really what this did was expand your root chakra. And think back to what was happening in your life April of last year and what the major themes were, because those sort of themes are coming back up now because Uranus, all planets want you to really learn your lesson. And so it's like what was happening what was going on and how have you changed and uprooted and given yourself new roots since then. And so, because things can get dropped in, blessings can come through, things can manifest. Whenever a planet X's the sign, it always kind of gifts us something, or it leaves something behind that is really powerful. And so really kind of think about like what the big changes have been. You can even look back at like May every year when the sun has been with Uranus and Taurus the last 7 years. Like what have been those major themes, because those are the things that are coming back up and coming back around, and now you get to be like super grounded in the midst of that change, and that's what anchors in your next level, because Uranus allows us to freaking up level like no one's business. It's just like shocking overnight change. It's like all of a sudden you're a millionaire, but bam. But it can also pull the rug out, right? So if you've had a lot of that, which has been my case, I've moved every year for the past 7 years. Thank you, Uranus. I was like giggling to myself this morning. I was like, why did we like call it Uranus like when we were younger? Like, I don't know what happened, like why we were calling it that, but like I was like, I'm sticking with Uranus or Uranus, like either way. But it was just like a little way I like giggled to myself this morning. I was like, Uranus. That's what it is. It's like, oh, it's a shock, right? It's a shock. And the other thing that we have happening this month is that Saturn is moving into Aries, which I'm probably going to do a deeper separate video about. But we have these, and too, Jupiter is moving out of Gemini into Cancer. So we have these 3 outer planets which are on the cusp and the precipice of exiting their signs within the next 2 months. And so energy is going to shift really fast. And so use this Sun-Uranus conjunction to really make sure that your roots are in the right place, that they're on this abundant timeline, because once the energy moves and starts to move, you're going to want to have the right foundations, and you're going to want to be centered in yourself and not in like the stress and the chaos and the anxiety of the overwhelm. And it's like when you are grounded within the storm, that is when you just become a powerful creator, and like the universe starts to just like drop things in, because you're like, oh, she's just calm, she's relaxed, she's good, she's Gucci, she's expanded, she can like breathe and move through it, she's powerful, right? Mother Gaia, most powerful, most beautiful, most sensual, most serene being. And like that's the energy, that's like the vibe moving forward. It's like really being anchored and embodied in that divine feminine, and really trusting that when things are shifting around you, that you are the powerful one, and that you are in control, and that you got it, you know? And so it's a really interesting time. Jupiter is also square the nodes of fate, and Jupiter expands whatever it touches, and Jupiter and Gemini square the nodes that are in Virgo and Pisces. The North Node is also, of course, conjunct with Saturn. Saturn and the North Node both really have to do with your karma, your mastery, your purpose. And so it's a really powerful time for you to like really quantum leap and quantum manifest, because that's what Pisces is. Like Pisces is like going into the abyss and like pulling out the creative magic and artistry and spirituality, and being so in tune and connected to the other side that it can just create worlds and magic. And so when you have that groundedness of Taurus, and you can tap into and have faith and certainty and trust in the unknown, because that's where like the miracles are made, right? It's like that process of divine creation. Like you just get to be so blessed. And so it's a really exciting time. However, with Jupiter square the south node of Virgo, it can really overemphasize the shadow sides of Virgo, which is like stress, anxiety, chaos, trying to think about through everything through your mind. Mercury is in Taurus, so it can like bring up like safety, security, support things that you actually just need to throw away and be like, no, we're abundant now. And that's really how you have like great leaps in identity. It's like, no, like I'm abundant and I got this and I'm supported and I'm like on this abundance journey. I am the divine feminine, and everything I do and create is supported by earth, by God, by spirit, by the universe. And it's like really anchoring into that trust and that faith and that knowing, and rewiring your brain through rewiring your body. And because when you can focus on your body and you're grounded and regulated in your body, the mindset is just a no-brainer. And then you can actually focus on what you want to create instead of like being a prisoner to your past, right? And so learning how to move through the ego contractions and the ways the ego tries to control in times of change and chaos and creation is paramount for you to like land this next leap and this next level of yourself. So if you are curious on doing any of this work, definitely get inside of the feminine frequency. This is the exact work that we're doing. We're moving all of the emotional and energetic blocks from your energy field so that you can just be like, because here's the thing, right? Whatever the energy that you create from is what you're going to create more of. So if you're creating from stress, anxiety, chaos, fear, scarcity, overwhelm, like when you can like manifest that way, but you just actually just create more of that energy. But when your foundational frequency is one of security, safety, abundance, groundedness, support, love, worth, value, like you just get to create more of that in the world. And so it's like we're creating new energetic neutral settings of like the abundance timeline. And two, when you can clear out your energetic blockages in your body, your intuition naturally turns on, and like that's just like the richness where life just gets to be one fun freaking game, because you're just like literally co-creating with spirit like all day long, and you're always guided and you always feel safe and protected because you always know what to do. And so that's what we're doing inside the divine feminine frequency. We're awakening you to your like Mother Gaia grounded abundance energy. And what's so cool actually about the timing of this container is like we're doing it in June. So it's when Uranus is leaving Taurus. So all of these kind of root chakra, safety, security, somatic things are going to be really supported for you to like shake those out. Like Uranus is shaking it out anyway. So this container is going to really support you through that like excavation process so that you can really be grounded in the divine feminine and your creation and your abundance energy. And also what's happening is Saturn is going to be in Aries. So Saturn is literally moving across the last degree of the zodiac where things go to end, and it's reborn at 0 degrees of Aries, where it will link with Neptune. So it's literally the 0 degrees of Aries is the creation degree of the zodiac. And so to have two outer planets conjunct, they're not going to be exactly conjunct until next February, but they're both going to be at 0 degrees of Aries. They're linking at the first degree of the zodiac. This is probably one of the most powerful and profound transits of our entire lifetimes. And so the fact that we're going to be holding space for this container in the month of June is going to be so magical. And it's like you just have so much energy and movement and momentum to be supported by the cosmos and awakening your divine feminine and really shape-shifting your identity to be a powerful creator and really just becoming this like high level 10 out of 10 woman that you're destined here to be. And really just you're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better, and you're gonna really come back into your power as the creator of your life and reality. And I'm so excited to facilitate this transformation. We're gonna go through all 7 chakras, and we're gonna do action steps, and you're gonna have information, and we'll do shadow work, and we'll do like exercises, and really do a lot of coaching throughout this journey. And then we'll have 7D Ahai energy healing sessions throughout the container to really clear things out from both an emotional and energetic place, because that's really where like therapy gets it twisted. It's like therapy only solves things from your mind. It's like you got to like look at the energetic root and the emotional body, because this is really why you're not like manifesting from flow, because your body's clogged. your energy field is clogged. And when you can just go and like extradite it and like pull it from the root, then your body just like naturally opens, and your capacity to receive opens, and your third eye opens, your crown opens, and your gifts open, your femininity, your vibrancy, your inner light just naturally turns on as a result of doing this work. So it's like less chatting, more like doing the actual work. So it is going to be intense and powerful and transformative, and it's going to be very, very, very life shifting. So I'm so excited to hold space for this container, and it's going to like literally, like, one of the things too that's so fun is like this container has like a consciousness of its own, and so like it's like giving Jacq and I like instructions about like what's happening inside, and I've had to go through my own up level and transformation to hold space for this, as has Jacq. And so it's really going to be like this really powerful container to enter into, and as soon as you join and commit, you get activated, and the container frequency is like wildest dreams frequency. So that's really like the vibration and the frequency that you're saying yes to and stepping into. So I really can't wait to hold space for the transformations inside. So I got you every step of the way in nailing this transition to your higher best self, and I can't wait to see the woman on the other side, and sending you so much love. I will post the notes for everything that you need to know in the show notes. So enjoy this energy, and all my love.